Okay, let's unpack this. What does it really take to get a handle on a company's financial health? Beyond just glancing at the headlines.
Especially in a sector like hospitality, which can be so dynamic.
Exactly. So today we're diving deep into Benares Hotels Ltd BHL. We'll be looking at their Q1 results for the fiscal year 2025-26. They just came out July 14th, 2025.
Right. And our mission here really is to go beyond just the raw numbers. We want to grasp the story behind them, the growth narrative, what they're doing operationally, and where they fit strategically.
So we've looked through the press releases, the financials, the audit reports.
Yeah, sifted through it all to pull out the key insights for you.
All right, so let's jump straight into those headline figures. They seem pretty striking.
They were. The chairman, Dr. Anant Narain Singh, pointed this out directly in the release.
He highlighted, what was it, a 10% increase in revenue?
That's right, 10% revenue growth and an 18% jump in profit after tax, or PAT.
Wow, 18%. That's compared to the same quarter last year, right? Q1 ending June 30th.
Exactly. Compared to Q1 of FY24-25.
Yeah.
A strong start, as you said.
It definitely sounds like it. But let's dig into those specifics a bit. What are the actual figures?
Okay, so revenue. It went from INR 24.4 crores in Q1 last year to INR 26.8 crores this Q1. That's your 10% bump.
Solid. And the profit, the PAT.
Yeah, that's where you see that bigger jump. It went from INR 6.4 crores up to INR 7.6 crores. And that's the 18% increase. Shows good leverage.
Leverage, right. More profit from the revenue increase. What about EBITDA? Did they mention that?
They did. EBITDA also climbed nicely. It was INR 10.2 crores last year.
Okay.
And it's INR 11.8 crores now for Q1 FY25-26.
So healthy operational cash flow indicator there, too.
Definitely. And, this all feeds into the earnings per share, the EPS.
Yes. Key for investors.
Right. That went from 49.48 up to 58.32 per share.
So across the board, pretty positive signals. Revenue up, but profitability up even more.
Exactly. It's not just growth. It seems like efficient growth.
That efficiency is key, isn't it? It's not just money in, but keeping more of it. So what stands out to you about these initial figures? Is it just the market lifting them, or?
Well, that's always the question, isn't it? The sector's doing okay, but that 18% PPAT growth suggests something more. It points towards strong operational management. They're likely controlling costs. Well, maybe pricing power too.
Yeah.
It feels like they're doing something right internally.
Okay, so it's not just numbers floating in the air. There are operational things driving this.
Precisely. And they highlighted some key activity.
Like the expansion, right, at the Taj Ganges.
Exactly. That's probably the biggest one to watch. They're adding 100 rooms.
100 rooms. Wow.
Yeah. And a new restaurant as well. It's apparently in the advanced stages.
Expected to open. What?
Sometime in the coming fiscal year. So maybe not impacting this Q1 directly, but it signals significant future potential.
Right. A big jump in capacity and revenue potential down the line. Makes sense.
It's a very tangible investment in future growth, located in Varanasi, which is obviously a key market.
And speaking of key factors, we can't ignore the brand, can we? The Taj connection.
Absolutely not. BHL has been a subsidiary of IHCL, the Indian Hotels Company, since 2011.
And Taj was just ranked, what was it, India's strongest brand?
Yes, by Brand Finance.
Yeah.
Across all sectors, not just hotels. That's huge.
How does that translate, practically speaking, for BHL?
Well, think about it. You get IHCL's marketing muscle, access to the loyal customer base, maybe command higher room rates that ADR, average daily rate.
Right. The perception of luxury and trust.
Exactly. It helps attract higher-paying guests, corporate events. It's a massive tailwind.
And they did host a high-profile event recently, didn't they? At Taj Ganges.
They did. The Central Zone Cooperative Meeting, chaired by Union Minister Amit Shah.
Hosting something like that successfully says a lot.
It really does. Speaks volumes about their operational capability and the property's standing. They got accolades for it, apparently.
Okay, so strong operations, future expansion, powerful brand backing. Let's touch on the financials themselves. These are unaudited, correct?
Correct. Unaudited for the quarter, which is standard. But importantly, they have been reviewed.
Reviewed by?
Their statutory auditors, PKF, Sridhar, and Santhanam, LLP. They did what's called a limited review.
Which means?
It's not a full audit, but they perform procedures to provide some assurance. Basically, they're saying nothing obvious jumped out, suggesting the numbers are materially misstated.
Okay, so a layer of scrutiny, and the board approved them.
Yes. Audit committee and the board signed off on July 14th.
Good. And the statement itself, it breaks down costs, right? Gives a sense of where the money's going.
Yeah. You see the usual suspects. Cost of materials, employee benefits, operating fees, fuel and power, depreciation, finance costs, other expenses.
Analyzing those gives you that granular view on cost management you mentioned earlier.
Exactly. The one thing that simplifies BHL's analysis,
What's that?
their primary business is just hoteliering. That's how they classify it.
Ah, so no complex segments to disentangle.
Right. It means the results are basically a consolidated view of their main properties, the Taj Ganges and Taj Naudasar Palace in Varanasi, plus the Ginger Hotel in Gondia, Maharashtra. Makes it a bit more straightforward.
Okay, so pulling it all together then, what's the main takeaway from this Q1 deep dive?
Well, I think the picture is pretty clear. Benares Hotels is showing solid, healthy growth, both top-line revenue and, importantly, bottom-line profit.
And that growth seems well supported.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Huh?
Supported by smart strategic moves like the Taj Ganges expansion, and definitely benefiting from that powerful association with the Taj brand, they seem to be executing well.
So it seems like a positive story for BHL this quarter.
It does. Strong performance, strategic investments, checks a lot of boxes.
Which brings us to a final thought, perhaps for you, the listener, to consider.
This does raise an interesting question, doesn't it?
Uh,
How might this combination, the ongoing expansion in a place like Varanasi, which has its own unique growth drivers, spiritual tourism, general travel,
Right.
how might that, coupled with the sheer strength of the Taj brand, really position Benares Hotels for the future?
Especially thinking about sustained growth in the wider Indian hospitality market.
Particularly as domestic travel keeps evolving.
Exactly. How do all these pieces fit together for their long-term trajectory? Something to think about beyond just these quarterly numbers.
Indeed. Lots to mull over there. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.